welcome back to Praggers Gaming. I'm Gamer Praggers and this is Medieval Dynasty, and in the last episode we made it back to Kestral with everything we need to be able to hopefully finish up her story.
You are not a good person. You know that, right? Good people don't end up here.
Okay. What's our status? Alright. I have all the supplies we need. Great, and what about Domagos? I convinced him, he's waiting for your signal. Very good. And I've managed to get us a horse. Looks like we have everything we need. That's right. Let's not waste any more time. Go to the medic and tell him that everything will be waiting for him in Hornick as soon as he gives you the name. Wish me luck. Okay. Okay. Now I'm a bit worried that we're going to end up elbow deep in bandits or something. Or wolves. Like that. Which would be disappointing, if I'm honest. Okay, Kestral's gone. There she is. I am dirty. I'm a dirty boy. Right. So, let's just have a look at the map. Yes. So we want to head down to here and then follow the river along, which gives us a chance to get clean. Also, cleared these out, looks like it. Oh look, a path. Oh, crikey. You still gonna try it? Okay. Okay. Shot in the head. Two shots in the head. We kinda need to make this next one. Or he's gonna run off with my arrows. He has run off with my arrows. Brilliant. If you're a bandit, better go back. Everything is ready and waiting for you in Hornico. And how can I be sure to trust you? Because I'm Jordan's blood and same as him, I always keep my word. Damn you, son. If it wasn't for your eyes, fine. I'll tell you what I know. Then I'm out of here, and I advise you do the same. Just tell me. I was awakened in the middle of the night. A cloaked man said that there had been an accident and someone was in need of my attention. I wasn't thinking much of it. That's part of my duty. And I was half asleep on top of that. So I grabbed my mantle and walked out with the stranger. Rain was pouring down from the sky so heavily it almost hurt. I realised that the man was taking me to the Castellan's house. I asked him about it and he confirmed. The accident happened to the Castellan. He said. His voice was so faint I could barely understand him. He went into the house and there I saw Jordan. It was clear to me that I'd been lied to. I wanted to run, but the cloaked man blocked the way. Why was it clear? What did you see? Jordan's throat was sliced open. He looked peaceful, as if he were sleeping. His eyes were closed. The wound was elegant. The cut was really precise. I wonder if Jordan had even realised he was dying. The man spoke to me with the same faint voice as before. He told me to burn the body as soon as the rain stopped. That way I won't even need to lie, because everyone will presume it's disease. So that's exactly what I did, and he helped me move the body, light it up, helped me scrub the blood off the floor, and burn the sheets. He was very polite, calm but not cold. In the end, he asked me if he needed to threaten me with death. I denied. It was clear from the moment I saw the blood. I went back to my affairs and never told anything about it to anybody. Then a couple of weeks ago, I've run from Gustovia, fearing for my life. Why? Why only weeks? Because the man in the cloak became the Castellan himself. No. No, no, no. No. It cannot be. I'm sorry, my child. You're lying. He would never have done it. I'm sorry. What was his name? You know his name. Tell me his name! Unigost. Oh dear. Now we are making an assumption that it was Unigost who was the killer. But because he might not have been. That's the thing, isn't it? He might have just found him. Right, we're leaving the Wisent alone. I'm going to quick save. And we need to head to Unigost. Now, where are we? We could head back to Hornica. I think that's up. No, I'm going to head this way to the road. And we're going to head on down to Gostovia. Straight for Gostovia. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 gold coins. Oh, for goodness sake. That's just not what I need. Especially when I'm out of stamina. I'm gonna make it. Are you literally kidding me right now? There's literally 2 bears. Right, head for the river. Huh. The irony of this is how I started this adventure. Oh dear, I can't imagine this is going to go well. Hello there, dear Rasamir. How's life treating you? Like a father. What do you mean? Strict, but fair, I guess. Very mature of you to say. You really are growing. Seeing more and more of those shades of grey, huh? I do, but grey still consists of black and white. Things are still good and bad, right and wrong. It doesn't change that. I never said it does. Tell me more about my uncle. I'm not sure I have time for stories. I'm certain you'll find some. Alright, maybe one story. I've just remembered a good one. Me, Jordan and Walrad were trying to catch this rooster who swallowed a bunch of pearls, and tell me about his death. Oh, Rasamir, I told you already that he passed away in his sleep. But people don't usually die during sleep, do they? Time is merciless. Jordan was an old man already. Did he die of old age then? No. A disease? Some ravaging sickness? No. Then how come he didn't wake up the next morning? Rasamir, I never lied to you. So why start now, huh? I knew this day would come. Finding words to describe it, to explain, it seems abstract. Undoable. But the silence has been burning a hole in my chest for far too long. I did it, Rasamir. I killed my best friend, my brother. Don't call him that. I understand your pain, your feelings of betrayal, but I am begging you. Believe me that it brought me no pleasure whatsoever. Why? It's complicated. So, was it greed? You wanted to be the Castellan instead of him? Was it jealousy? Living all these years in Jordan's shadow, the sense of inferiority must have been constant for you. Was it vengeance for how he toyed with Kestral? For robbing you with your one true love? I think it's going to have to be that last one, isn't it? But he remarried. If you're looking for a reason I hated him, you found one. But I didn't kill him out of hatred. What he did to Kestral was awful, but he didn't try to be cruel. Besides, every part of this love triangle was hurting someone. We're all to blame. What about the baby? You could have been a father. It doesn't matter who was the father. That beautiful baby boy didn't draw even one breath of air. His life was over before it began. That's the real tragedy. You're right, it is. May you rest in peace. So why did you do it? Out of fear of Jordan's doings? Of what he could become? After he killed that man in Navis, I stayed with him. When everyone else left. But I couldn't stop thinking about what he did. How little it bothered him. He was angry at them for breaking up the pack, but he didn't see his fault in it. And what was the worst? He didn't even seem troubled by taking a man's life. That's when I started wondering, has he done that before? Jordan didn't want to stop the mission. I convinced him that it was time for it, and that we should move to the valley. I thought we could put all of what happened behind us, just rest and try to find happiness in the little things. But Jordan had a restless mind. For him, not moving up, not breaking another barrier was torture. When he arrived here, there was only a couple of villages. We built ourselves a house in Gostovia. I truly believed that this would be enough, but not for Jordan. A week had not passed when he declared that he wanted to travel and meet the king, and that he's planning on doing it alone. 2 weeks later he came back as the new Castellan of the valley. He moved into his own house, for appearances as he called it. Since that moment he was getting more and more distant from me. From anyone really. I'd been seeing him walking around Gostovia like a true leader, shaking hands, hugging babies, making small talk, always with a big smile on his face. He really seemed great, if he didn't know what was hiding behind that smile. We were living right next to each other, yet after some time, we were talking only a couple of times a year. He was afraid of me, afraid of his moral compass. He didn't want me to restrict any more. Conscience was a burden, so he got rid of it entirely, and that's when his worst side took control of him. I didn't see any shed of sincerity left, just a constant mask. Years went by, he was getting more and more often to meet with the king. So one day, I've started a little investigation, and what I found out sickened me. Jordan had become the very thing he swore to eradicate, a festered lord whoring around with his filthy friends, getting rich off people's misery. He was benefiting from wars, selling weapons, shaking hands with rapists, just to be in their good graces. He had to be stopped. It took me months, years to get to it, and I feel responsible for every wrong that he had done during this time. I should not have hesitated, but killing my own brother, it felt unimaginable. Yet, I knew I was the only one who could do it. I sneaked into his house during heavy rain. He was sleeping so peacefully, as if all the sinister thoughts had left him for the night. I was staring at his face for what felt like ages before I took out my blade, made one clean cut, and it was over. He didn't even open his eyes, and just like that, it was done. You know what's going to happen now, right? You will pay for what you've done. I do, and I'm not going to fight it. Whatever you decide, I will accept. I understand your reasons. It required a strong will and a good heart to do what you did, but the blood has been spilled. You should leave the valley and never come back. You don't deserve forgiveness, killing your family just because you think it's right. But I will not let you die a self-proclaimed martyr. You will live with the guilt of what you've done until time gets you itself. You are banished from the valley. You were right, everything is soaked in grey. I don't condemn you for your decision, however you took a man's life by the law of the king. It's punishable by death. You are a murderer, none of your lies will change that. The only thing you deserve is death. You will be hanged for what you've done, and I hope you will never know rest. What a decision to have to make. So there is no killing him, is there? I understand your reasons. You're quite a strong will and a good heart. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know. I don't think he should die. Because you could argue that it was a mercy. Kill it for the greater good. Which takes the last two out of the equation. But I don't know, I think it's got to be that.
You are exiled from this land, Unigost. Leaving this peaceful place as a murderer and a liar shows your true colors. You tried to poison my mind just like you did with Jordan's. But that's not going to work this time. I have seen through your deceit. You deserve no forgiveness, only pity. Your hands will never be clean.
There we go. So, okay. So let's head home and get some sleep.
How do you do? Have a
Wrong liquor.
good day. How are you?
240.
Good luck.
No. I'm just gonna run. Yeah. So, we have finished the main quest. Which, I'll be honest, I did think we were going to find out that we were that child, and we did survive. Kestral hit it or something. But that wasn't the case. What have we got here? Nothing. We've already had it. So we do need to do Alwyn's story. But we're going to need more iron thingies, arrows, to take on the bears. The bear. So we can potentially do that in the next episode. Or at least do the prep for it. But I kind of feel... I don't know. Do you guys want to see more? You'll have to let me know down in the comments if you want to see more than just finishing up Alwyn's story. And if so, what do you want to see? Because, yeah, like it said, we finished the main story. So yeah, if you've got ideas, then let me know down in the comments below. I think in the next episode we'll do the prep for Alwyn's mission. But otherwise, I think that might be the end of the series. But like I said, if there is anything you guys want to see, then let me know down in the comments below. Just have a wash. Oh, I mean, we've got... I mean, we are potentially getting... two children. Right, bronze arrow, 45 damage. Iron arrow is 55 damage. I don't think we can make iron arrows. Iron bars, 5. $13 apples, nice. That's not going to be until the next season. Stone arrows, wooden bolts. Is that because we need... the hunting lodge 2? Maybe. In fact, let's have a look in technology. Smithy 3, iron bolts, iron spear, iron arrows. Wow, that is a long way off. Huh. Okie dokie. So, we're going to have to think about that one a bit more. We do have copper arrows. So that is a possibility. But for now, I am going to say thank you for hanging out. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Ticking the bell so you know when new videos go live. In the description is a link to the channel Discord. Feel free to come and talk about the games you're playing, the games I'm playing, games in general, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.